Greetings, all you Jackson Jennets out there. Thank you for tuning into your daily dose of Donkey with Ginger. I got a special surprise for you. We're doing something we've never done before. It's the first point, counterpoint. And how am I going to do that by myself? There's more. We got Gingy back, folks.
What up? Gingy in the house. Hello, everyone.
So, Gingy, off-season football. Quarterbacks getting punched in the face by their wives. Would you want to take that? You want to take a stab at that one?
You know, this guy comes in. This is not a good look for a guy on the fringe of a roster trying to make a spot who already came in with sort of a cloud over his head about this off-the-field drama. And I know, it's not him, right? But you find yourself in these positions.
I never blame the victim
in the
but
media.
We don't know all the circumstances.
As a distraction. Now, yes, of course, Donkey. If we're talking on a personal level, I wish the family all the best. Obviously, domestic violence is a hell of a thing, and you know, I certainly don't advocate that position. Obviously, Donkey. But at the same time, from a professional standpoint, this is way too much static for me, Donkey. Way too much.
Hey, if the arm is for real and he could take over, you know who's not going to give a hell in 2 years? Every person who wears
me. Yeah,
exactly. So I am not on board with that. We need to get rid of him now, crowd. Like, dude, we haven't even seen him yet. This could be a big deal. Let's see what the circumstances are. This could simply be, he married a crazy girl, right? That's what it could be. It could be he did something stupid. We don't know.
Advocate for knee-jerk reactions, Donkey, for sure. But again, this is not the guy that I wanted to see in the news with things and tweets and alleged missing teeth. Just not what I was looking for.
Yeah, I agree. Do we know about that? Because he said he straight up didn't lose his teeth, but it was reported he did lose a tooth. So, do we know who to believe on that yet? If we got
is the tooth really lost if it was recovered and put back in? I
don't know. I would say no because I had that happen to one of my teeth, and it's still that same tooth. So I would say no, it wasn't lost.
Well, I think we might have a situation like that on our hands, but I wasn't there. I don't know.
Me neither.
But we're seeing.
Second off.
Oh, go ahead.
I owe an apology last week when I was calling out Frank Clark for getting arrested again with guns in his car being a dummy. I called him Kenny Clark, and dear defensive tackle for the Green Bay Packers, who's like 300 pounds, please don't come kick my ass. I meant no ill will. I just said the wrong first name. For anyone who listened and wants a clarification, it was Frank Clark, not Kenny Clark, so if this ever goes out there, please don't beat me up.
Oh, you made it right, Donkey. Good on ya.
But yeah,
if we're talking about really, that is what the off-season news consists of, doesn't it, Donkey? Seeing this bizarre situation of the Richard Sherman. What's your?
I
don't know. I don't know if I can have a take on it because when you see clickbait and you don't necessarily.
So
read
the 911 call is very
what the heck is going on there?
Right? A 911 call is very disturbing. I don't mean to say this the bad way, but knowing what we know about football players and looking past at players who started to slip a little bit, it's a very scary, does this dude have a CTE type of thing? And I'm not saying he does. I'm not saying he doesn't. I'm saying knowing what we know and when we can look back at players and we'd be like, man, that really looked like he really started to slip a little bit. This could be that. This could be nothing. This could be just him coming out. This could be just a misunderstanding. But that 911 call, dude, that if you listen to it, that's kind of like concerning is the nicest way to put it.
Yeah, I don't know. I have not heard this alleged 911 call recording here, but
I don't want to do injustice to it.
If it's all going down like that, it's a sad way to see for a legendary corner. To go.
I'll tell you right now, I would have him cleared more so if I was a football team looking to get him more so by a psychologist than by a medical doctor at this point because there are definitely some things going on there that you need to make sure he's okay before you let him, in my opinion, do anything detrimental, right?
Sure.
So try to get the best you can for these guys because they do put their lives on the line for our entertainment, let's be honest here, for their own good in some cases, for their livelihood, however you want to phrase it. And yeah, a lot of concerning offseason stories going on with players going out there. And I mean, you had, was it Jay Cutler just this week came out about how he's scared about how CTE is going to affect him and all that, talking about it in the national media because he says he's had so many concussions and he can feel himself not feeling himself right or something along those lines. So I don't know. You see all these stories come out. We get to see things, and we've seen players do things in the past, like Junior Seau, and everyone's like, yeah, you can see it happening, but there's nothing you can do. All you can try to do is hope they don't do anything crazy, give them the benefit of the doubt, and try to get them help, right?
Yep. Let's hope for it, Donkey.
Because I don't wish ill on anyone who plays football, even if you play for the Browns. Like, I would never wish you actual serious ill. Just, pull a hamstring and don't get to play the rest of the year or something like that, right? That's all. Nothing long-lasting to any of these people out there, because that's not deserved.
True that.
Except for Tim Tebow. Tim Tebow, you crushed my hopes one too many times. I'm just kidding. But anyway.
Good one, Donkey.
You got to go after the nice guy because then everyone gives you a pass. All right, so let's get on to our new segment here. It's called Point Counterpoint. Gingy, did you want to take the quarterbacks and wide receivers or the running backs and offensive linemen as your positive side?
Oh, man, you're going to let me choose? I don't know.
Of course.
Let me hit you with a quarterback positive. I don't know. You might have a tough time on that position, wouldn't you, Donkey?
No, I actually have a really good one set up, but you can have it. I'm not greedy here. So what we're going to do is, this is point counterpoint. Whoever gets the positive of the position group, which we're doing offense this week, that'll be quarterbacks, running backs, receiving core, offensive line. Whoever gets the positive gets to make their statement, gets about, I don't know, however long they feel they need to take, and then whoever gets the negative gets the counterpoint with why they're going to fail. So, we're going to show you why we think the Steelers can be the best they can be, and why we think the Steelers could be pessimistic. So you get both sides of the argument, and you get to choose where you want. And if you're really, really into it, go ahead and give us your comments about how the positives better your way, or the negatives better your way, or worse your way, I guess. It wouldn't be better. You have a better negative. All right, Gingy, you want first? You got it. Positive point quarterbacks. Let's go.
Positive point quarterbacks. What this team is bringing in is leadership and experience, okay? Ben Roethlisberger at the helm. We've all seen, the decline of the arm, especially after the elbow surgery, all right? We're not making that point. What he's got surrounding him is a youthful team, an exuberant team, and a really hungry team that I think that his leadership ability is going to lend itself to remarkably this season. So I'm really looking forward to seeing that being at the quarterback position.
That's your whole point, to make me feel positive.
What else are you gonna do? We're in July, man.
I want to hear how Ben Roethlisberger leads the NFL. I want to hear how Ben Roethlisberger is going to lead the NFL in passing, throw for 40 touchdowns and 10 or fewer interceptions. You love those stats. I want to hear how he's going to be that 300-yard-a-game quarterback and have that more than 2-to-1 touchdown to interception ratio you tell me is necessary. That's what I want to hear.
I don't think he's that guy. I think he's going to lend himself to a possible, pickup on the first-round draft pick with a running game. And he's got to be Alex Smith, Donkey. He's got to be.
Okay, well, since I feel like I should sell the positive here. JJ, you got to sell me on it. All right. But anyway, I got the negative
just
side,
because
right?
I can sell you, my man, does not mean that I have not sold these wonderful listeners, all right, that accompany us on this journey that we're on.
That's why I let you make your whole point before I wanted to be like, sell me on it. because I wanted the whole point. I didn't want to interfere. I didn't want to get in till it was done.
Well,
but I'll
I
sell
really
you on the
don't think,
negative
I really
point.
don't think that I could sit here and I can sell you on Ben Roethlisberger's athletic ability, can I? Do you think I could really do that?
No, but you can sell me on he could be a 4,000-yard quarterback. He almost was last year. Whether or not we can agree that's a positive thing is a different thing. But you could have sold me on that.
What I can sell you on, and I think it's a major asset that really no one expected at this point, for one of his favorite targets, Juju, to be back and to be in a position where he needs to perform to continue his career. But again, that doesn't necessarily lend itself to the quarterback, but more to that discussion when we get into those skill players about positives.
You get wide receivers too. Damn it.
Well, that's very helpful.
So my counterpoint is going to be twofold and very simple. First off, let's start on the starter. And you already made my point for me. You said you don't want to talk about arm decline. You don't want to talk about less velocity. I do. I want to talk about a quarterback who was 26th in the league in deep passing plays. A quarterback who was 25th in the league in accuracy on screen passes. So I'm going to bring up, we have a quarterback who can't throw an accurate deep ball and a quarterback who can't throw an accurate short ball. You know what that says? You're screwed. That's my counterpoint. My other counterpoint is, did you watch the Cleveland Browns playoff game? Yeah, I sure as hell did. I'm not sure I want that guy behind center. And here's my other 2 points. So, second to last point. The best quarterback on the roster this year going in, and this is why the quarterbacks are going to fail, it's going to show to be Mason Rudolph. But here's the scarier thing. Week 16 and Week 17 starter is going to be Dewey Haskins.
Oh.
That is why cornerback, counterpoint, and why you shouldn't be hopeful.
Hey, what's wrong with Dewey? He's whipping that ball right through that car wash without it even getting wet.
I don't disagree with you, but my whole idea is here why you shouldn't be positive is, what does it mean about the Steelers if we're starting Dewey Haskins?
Well, what it means is that we are looking for the future at that point.
Exactly. That is exactly my case. Thank you, sir. Court is adjourned. I don't know, whatever you want to say. All right, so you got anything to say about that one? Here's your rebuttal time to my argument.
Donkey. Until I see Dewey is number 1 on that depth chart, we've got ourselves a 2-time Super Bowl champion at the helm.
We caught ourselves a guy who's won 2 playoff games in the last decade. But we need to stop. We could just debate quarterbacks all day. So I'm going to give Gingy last word. It's all yours.
Listen, man. Lombardi speak for themselves. He's done it with a variety of guys, and it's always been a team game. When we talk about the quarterback position there, even during these Super Bowl runs, this is not the guy who's going to put you on his shoulders. He's not Aaron Rodgers, all right? But what he is a team guy, very situational guy, ice water in his veins, clutch Ben Roethlisberger coming through in key moments in combination with that steel curtain defense. We love it. Let's go.
Your mouth to the Lombardi gods. All right, on to running backs. I get the point of why they are going to be successful. All right, simple case. There's going to be a newfound dedication to the running backs. You are going to see an absolute breakthrough, brand new top 10 running back going out there in Najee Harris. And here's the fun thing. Due to Matt Canada's offensive system and lots of movements, you're going to see jet sweep receivers averaging 8 yards a carry, rushing for over 450 yards as part of the running game. And you're going to see McFarland get put into situations where he is very useful and is going to have a breakout season. I don't think he's going to be that, but those top tier backups that everyone likes to talk about taking a step farther and, could he actually be a big time starter? You're going to see him step into that category. That alone is going to lead to 2,400 rushing yards for the Steelers, 17 touchdowns, because I'm going for 1 a game, and only 2 lost fumbles. That is the point. That is how the Steelers running game is going to get it done, is with just the dedication and the fact that the big Uggs up front are a lot better at pushing people than they are at stopping people from pushing them.
Well, Donkey, for the sake of consistency, I do appreciate your points. And for the sake of consistency, I will counterpoint that using similar logic as I did with the quarterbacks. I think this position overall really lacks a lot in terms of experience for the Steelers. Really lacks with the number of touches that these folks are going to have in live action games, especially in games, obviously, like you and I talk about, that are necessary to win those late playoff games. I'm a little concerned about these guys' lack of experience in those positions. All right, I'm not sure if they are going to be ready for those moments when they come, and we're going to have to see if they're going to be up for the challenge. I'm not going to automatically disqualify them, but we're not going to automatically give them that pass either. I have to see it done.
That's fair. So I get it. Yeah, no one's actually proven here, so it's a great counterpoint to it. Is there's no proven entities, and you're going behind. By the way, you really. I got the two groups I really don't believe in doing good. This is shenanigans. Like, I hear your counterpoint, but the point is, this group is, I guess, potential. The deadly P. As a Pirates fan, and anyone who follows Pirates baseball knows, the deadliest word anyone can ever say to you is when they say the word potential. But I feel it. I have to feel it. They're my point, so I got them. I don't really have anything to counter your counterpoint because, well, yep, you got it. So, last word or on to receivers?
I'm satisfied with the point that was made there, Donkey. A new system with inexperience, it's gonna be tough to mesh. It's gonna be tough to mesh.
Hey man, we got that statue of the quarterback handing the ball off, so it's gonna work. It's gonna work. All right, so wide receivers, Gingy, you're on point why they're gonna be successful.
Oh, we are bringing back a young group, but a group that is familiar with each other in terms of consistency. I'm really excited that, to have a resource like Juju Smith-Schuster that honestly, if you really expected him to be a Steeler again this year, I'd probably tell you that you were fibbing. And
go back and listen to our podcast before. Called it.
Really, really happy to have him back on the roster. I really think that's going to be a good safety blanket. Really excited for the talent that we have there. Overall talent, oh my gosh. Shifty Deontay, and I'm really excited about what Claypool can continue to do for this team. He showed signs to me last year to be the guy that can help Ben Roethlisberger blow the top off this thing. And I'm really looking forward to seeing his development this year.
I hear you. Was that end point?
That's my point. I think we got a talented group of young guys who are familiar with each other and know how to play with each other, and I think it's a real benefit to have that consistency.
Fair set. I'm going to ask two questions before I start.
Mm-hmm.
How many 1,000-yard receivers did the Steelers have last year? Just answer. It's fine. Let the people know.
Not
a single one. Yeah, I agree. Question 2. The Steelers led the NFL in one receiving category. Can you name it? Drops. All right. So I have a twofold point here. One, there's no one new in here unless you think Pat Firemouth is going to be the next coming and is going to take over. There's no one new, and everyone thinks he's going to be a backup. So, you want to know why the receiving is going to fail? Because it did last year. You know what happened when teams realized Ben can't throw the ball over the top? All the short stuff dried up. You want to know the only thing this team did above average? Drop the damn football. So you want to know what we decided to do to fix it? We made our pass blocking on paper worse than it was last year. So now Ben's going to get hit more often, have the same damn dropsy doodles to throw the football to, and I'm supposed to believe that all of this is smelling like a Super Bowl. Um, you're almost the Steeler media is almost getting as good as selling shit as the Pirates every offseason in March. If you believe this receiving core in this conglomeration is gonna go next level.
Fair, Donkey. Fair. I don't know. Like I said, I think it really hinges on Claypool.
Anyone who's listening, I do love Chase Claypool. I do think he's going to be a phenomenal wide receiver. My bigger question is when your best wide receiver on paper is a deep play threat and your quarterback struggles throwing a deep ball, not a good combo. However, if Ben shows a magical rejuvenation, like maybe he got some, I don't know, magic shots, maybe it looks a lot better.
Or
I'll let you end the point on this before I go.
Maybe we're talking about talent level in Claypool that could allegedly, Donkey, assist this Ben Roethlisberger problem that you counterpointed earlier. I think the leadership for Ben Roethlisberger combined with the athleticism and development from Claypool, that's gonna bring you to the promised land, my friend.
What, are we about to convert Josh Dobbs into a wide receiver or go back to the trick play Steelers where the best long ball throwers for some reason were our wide receivers? Is that the goal right now? Josh Dobbs, the wide receiver, baby.
Not the worst idea I've ever heard, Donkey.
If that happens, someone owes me a lot of money. I don't know who, but they should hire me as head of scouting or some shit. Oh, that's good. All right, on to the last point, counterpoint, the offensive line. How the all right, you really, really screwed me over on this one, didn't you? All right, so we're going to go ahead and talk this offensive line. We're going to talk about how Chuck's a core for. You know what? He's a lot better left tackle than he was a right tackle. He steps in, he shows why there was draft capital spent on him, and he makes the Steelers forget that Big Al is over there playing in Baltimore. He allows 2 sacks on the season, shuts down Myles Garrett to the tune of no sacks over the 2 games we play him. He goes out there and just pummels everybody in front of him when we play the Ravens and we run for 300 yards while they only run for 97. And you know who's playing beside him? The biggest potential upside of them all, Dotson. While Dotson struggles in pass pro, he is everything he is said to be in run blocking. This new running base Steelers offense is running behind a rejuvenated pulling guard out there. He's making people forget about Ramon Foster because let's be honest, we haven't had a good left guard since then. And I think I might have called him a right guard a little earlier. Sorry if I did. And then we have at center. You know what? I gave Gingy so much shit for this guy being signed, but he makes not just a Pro Bowl, first team All-Pro B.J. Finney in the house. Woo. And if you know that happens, you know something good happened. We go out there at right guard, Resurrection Project Trey Turner regains Pro Bowl form. We pay him $16 million a year in the offseason to stay. And then, the best of all, Gingy's favorite, Steeler hero just because he's a big dude who likes to wear Hulk hands. Zach Banner is just lighting fools up. While he does give up 12 sacks on the year, which is terrible, he leads the league in pancakes because when you let the big man roam, he is breaking necks. He injures Myles Garrett in the second meeting against Cleveland because Garrett couldn't get past the Okorafor, so he tries his luck with Banner, and he gets knocked into literally next season. And that is why the Steelers' offensive line has a good year. Thank you.
Wow, you might have vehemently and passionately produced a point, Donkey, that might have inspired some people to believe in a unit, Donkey, that gave me nothing last season. And lost Marquise Pouncey, David DeCastro, and Alejandro Villanueva. To
Matt Fiedler
what
as well.
what we have both talked about before as lesser talent in each of those positions. So my counterpoint to that, Donkey, is I speak with a long pauses and draw here because my point, I feel, is only all too easily defended on my end for the Steelers line. To be skeptical of what they got going on here is to be reasonable, okay? I don't disagree with what you said. You know me. I love Mr. Big Hands over there. Let's get some push generated, okay? However, Donkey, when I see an overall talent downgrade of what I saw this season on that offensive line combined with the performance they had last season, you're going to have some really strong convincing to me that anything good is going to be going on there.
Hey, I did strongly convince. I used my loud voice.
My
voice hurts right now. I screamed actually pretty loud.
Vehemently and passionately defended.
Hey, if you're not sure if you believe something or not, say it loud and say it proud. And oh my God, I just
with fervor.
My death away.
With
I'm not gonna talk about what just happened.
With fervor. Yep.
Well, I don't really have a counterpoint to your counterpoint.
Yeah, I think that pretty much calls that a wrap.
I sold it as hard as I could the first time. Everyone, my counterpoint is just believe in my enthusiasm. From my enthusiasm to the field, it's going to happen, okay? That's all you need to know.
I'm looking forward to some of that enthusiasm as we get closer to week 1 here, don't we?
Well, anyone who's listening, that wraps up our first point counterpoint. It was kind of fun. Maybe we'll do one on the defense. Maybe we'll do one on the special teams. Who knows?
I like it.
We'll see if anyone enjoyed it other than us. I really thought I was going to win when I sold BJ Finney. Come on now. Dude,
listen,
I worked hard to sell
you don't have to sell me on BJ Finney. You're selling these viewers.
I'm selling myself.
You're selling these viewers.
Myself on BJ Finney. Let's be honest.
You're selling Steeler Nation right now.
That's the goal. Everyone believe. Although everyone's going to be like, it's not going to be BJ Finney. It's going to be Kendrick Green. Is that? Wait, did I get the first name right there? Was that right?
I think you did. Yes.
Good. I hope so. I'll feel really dumb if I didn't. I didn't do enough prep. All right, Gingy. So that brings us to this point. Is there any other things we need to talk about this week going into literally no football time?
Yeah, I tell you, I'm getting excited. I started seeing some old Troy Polamalu vids coming through.
Ooh,
you know why?
nice.
With the upcoming induction.
Right.
And that gets me really excited. I'm excited to see that player make that next transition and that next chapter in that football career and finally get himself a bust in Canton. Shout out to Troy, man, getting me excited for the season when he was playing and even when he's not.
So the real question is, how bad do they mess up his hair on his bust?
Ooh, Donkey, that's a good question. I don't know if anyone has the answer to that yet. It's going to be interesting.
On a level of good to train wreck, what are we expecting?
Well, train wreck is probably my natural disposition on that. But we'll try to do a little better than that. We'll see. I'll give you a we'll see.
Fair enough. All right. All the Jackson Jans, thank you for tuning in. And it's time for us to get to shout-outs and start wrapping this up. So, Gingy, you're back. Your shout-out is to...
Heck yeah. Like I said, shout out to my man Troy Polamalu for getting me excited for Steelers season, even though he's not playing. Really excited to see him going to get that jacket coming up in the fall here. Can't wait. One of my favorite Steeler players of all time.
My shout out goes to a guy who was like, "'Cause baby, you got what I need." Heard about the passing of Biz Marquee, and I was like, man, You say he's just a friend. That was such a good song. I had so much fun singing that song like an idiot. So my shout outs to him. Go do whatever the afterlife brings you, whatever you believed in. I hope you got whatever it is going on down there. But yeah, just a song that held a special part of my life with lots of memories. Had to give a shout out there to the guy who created it, since don't get to hear him anymore. But, well, I guess there is no but to it. That's it. It's done. It's over. I'm sorry. Everybody, give your rest in pieces to Bismarcky.
Rip.
All right, Gingy. So, it's that time. We need to bring everybody out. But first, we need to tell them they can reach us at the Daily Dose of Donkey with Ginger on YouTube. Reach me at Viking_Donkey on Twitch and Twitter, or just reach me at Viking Donkey on Xbox. And Gingy will bring you to where to reach him, and of course, we'll sign us out.
Mutant Gigi on Xbox Live, doing some Halo right now, Master Chief Collection, throwing out some GGs. Come join me anytime. Steelers Nation, you know what we do at this time of day, this time of night, this time of the episode. Everybody, wave them if you got them.